Hello there. This is the good old good reads. And today we are showing you a brand new history lesson that I just discovered. It is a new treasure that awaits the Steamboat Arabia crew. For more than 2 years, veteran steamboat hunter David Hawley spent 2 or 3 days a week walking mid-Missouri farmland, toting a magnometer, a machine capable of detecting metal deep underground. He trudged back and forth in a grid pattern, eventually covering 300 miles, determined no matter how long it took to locate a 177-year-old sunken steamboat called the Malta. All that walking gave him plenty of time to ponder and plan the future. Success would mean another steamboat excavation, he hoped. More artifacts to clean, research, and display, perhaps the creation of a weekly television series that could mix excavation scenes with historical stories from the steamboat era. Plus, he and his partners would need a bigger museum. Their Arabia Steamboat Museum in Kansas City's River Market is too small to display all of the boat's 1856 cargo, let alone 100 tons more from the Malta, which the Missouri River swallowed 15 years before it claimed the Arabia in present-day Kansas. Yet, any new excavation coming nearby 3 decades after the Arabias would hinge on whether the Malta had been carrying supplies and Indian trading goods to the Yellowstone River frontier. If the Malta had been going downriver instead, toward St. Louis, toting furs or buffalo hides, its cargo would not be worth digging up at an estimated $2 million cost, twice what the group spent unearthing the Arabia. As he pondered all of this during the patient walks 80 miles east of Kansas City, Hawley's resolve to find the Malta never wavered. According to what Jerry Mackey said, he doesn't have much give up in him. One of the Steamboat Arabia partners, Jerry Mackey, just said, "Our whole group is pretty much that way, and now the whole group eagerly awaits its next adventure, a 4-month excavation of the Malta expected to start about a year from now. The current weather pattern is too wet to attempt a recovery this winter, the best time of the year to dig to protect frail artifacts from summer heat and humidity. But at least the group now knows that the Malta had been steaming upstream along a bend in the river when a submerged tree snag tore open its belly in September 1841. Buttons, wool, lard, and other artifacts pulled up this summer from the inside the boat prove that this boat was going north, Hawley said, and that means it's the great boat to dig. Though the Malta sank quickly, all aboard survived. Over the decades, silt and dirt encased the boat. As the river channel migrated north, it left the boat underground instead of underwater. Today, the Malta rests from 37 to 53 feet below a soybean field near present-day Malta Bend, believed to be the only town named after a sunken Missouri River steamboat. The river flows about 1,500 feet to the north, hidden behind a tree line. Digging up a second steamboat may seem redundant, especially when the Arabia Museum cannot begin to display that boat's estimated 200,000 artifacts. So, why go to the trouble and expense? Because there's much to be learned from a different time period of river commerce, Hawley said. The Malta and the Arabia were similar in that they were wood-hulled, side-wheel steamers navigating the often treacherous Missouri River long before the Army Corps of Engineers tamed it, but their differences are significant and intriguing. First, 15 years separate of the two boats at the time when the country was in the throes of the Industrial Revolution. The type and quality of the goods found on the respective boats should reflect that difference. Now, the Arabia was taking supplies and food upriver to settlers. Often described as a floating Walmart, it carried just about everything one would need, from tools and school slates to a prefabricated house. At 180 feet in length, it could push 220 tons against the current. The Malta, 40 feet shorter, could push 114 tons. The Malta carried supplies for fur trading posts and trappers in present-day Montana, and most likely goods for trading with the Native Americans. It was co-owned by Captain Joseph Throckmorton and Pierre Choteau Jr. of St. Louis, part of the famous extended fur trading family, so important to the histories of St. Louis and Kansas City. According to Metropolitan Community College historical professor Bill Worley, from the historical standpoint, this is a real find. One of the several historians and archaeologists that the Malta Dig team has consulted that statement. The chance to obtain its cargo, the actual material, to get a sense of what was and what the trade would have been like is really quite phenomenal, as Worley added. So that's pretty much it from what I've heard from my history lesson. Let me know what you think about this history lesson, comments below, and don't forget to thumb up and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Good Reads. Have a good one, and I will see you next time.